Welcome everybody to Wova Cooks live stream. Today is a Sunday morning and we are going to make chouquettes. That is small desserts with the filling. We're going to use the cream diplomat for filling. I wanted to make the three different fillings: vanilla diplomat cream, orange diplomat cream, and pistachio diplomat cream. But I ordered the pistachio paste from Amazon a few days ago, but it's running late. So we're going to need to make peanut butter diplomat cream and vanilla and orange. So, and we're going to start to make the pastry cream first. To make the pastry cream, we need 400 grams of milk. Let's make it hot, almost simmering. We're going to add vanilla paste. And so let's start. We're starting to make the pastry cream, then we're going to cool down the pastry cream, then we're going to make the chouquettes. Actually, we're going to make the choux dough. We're going to prep the dough in the baking sheets and we're going to bake it. It will take about 20 minutes. Then we're going to cool down a little bit while we're preparing the diplomat cream. Actually, this is pastry cream and whipped cream combined together with the different flavors, so how I mentioned. And then we're going to fill it and we'll see. So if you want to cook with me today, welcome. So you need actually milk, just a few ingredients, basically the all ingredients probably you have in your kitchen. So you need for the pastry cream, you need the milk, you need the egg yolks, you need the sugar, you need cornstarch and flour, and some flavors. So at least vanilla paste or vanilla extract, whatever you want to use, whatever you have in your kitchen. If you have any flavors, any paste like a pistachio paste, hazelnut paste, peanut butter paste, or you have some fruits puree or fresh fruits, you can make it puree, or even jam. You can take a raspberry jam and combine with the pastry cream and whipped cream. So you will have a raspberry cream, basic raspberry cream diplomat. So that's the ingredients for the pastry cream. And for the choux dough, you actually need the similar ingredients. You need milk, water, you'll need butter, you'll need a flour, whole eggs, and salt and sugar, just a little, and you need the pearl sugar. It's for the sprinkling. So if you have if you have the all ingredients in your kitchen, if you wanted to spend about an hour with me today to cook the beautiful chouquettes, welcome. Go to the kitchen and start to make. So we're going to start simmering the milk. We're not going to boil it, just because when we boil the milk, it will change a little bit the texture. So it's hot for now. I will turn off the my range and I will just let it sit about a few minutes to infuse the flavor from the vanilla paste. If you see vanilla seeds over here, so just let it sit a few minutes and let's prepare another ingredients for our pastry cream. So we wanted to make the cream diplomat more stable because we're going to pipe and fill the cream diplomat in our chouquettes, and we wanted that cream diplomat will more stable and better to sit it in the fridge. We're going to add the gelatin to the pastry cream. For this we need 5 grams of gelatin powder, you can use gelatin sheets. Actually, you can use silver. I think it's gonna be 2 sheets probably. Yes, I use gelatin powder. You need 5 grams of gelatin powder and 30 grams ice cold water. So that's the basic ratio. We're going to combine it and just leave it sit for about a few minutes while we're preparing pastry cream. So guys, if you have any questions, you can leave the questions in the comments right now, and while I have a time, I will check the questions and will answer for any questions you have. And you can say hi in the chat, and also you can tell me where you're watching me from today. It's gonna be a nice interaction. So while sitting, we're going to prepare the baking, actually the sheets that we're going to cool down our pastry cream, just because we're going to make the pastry cream, then chouquettes and the fillet. We need to fast cool down our pastry cream. If you make it in advance, you actually can just leave the pastry cream in the fridge overnight. It's gonna be even better. So I have 2 small trays that I'm going to use to cool down my pastry cream fast. Actually, I'm not going to use, I will just use it to cover on top only. So the 2 trays, you can use even 3 because we have 3 different flavors. So let's check milk. So milk is good. We're not going to boil it again because we're not going to change the texture of the milk. So let it take me some bowl. We're going to prepare our pastry cream. So we have a sugar. Actually, we can just divide it by half to egg yolks and half to the milk. It's gonna be easy for us to mix everything together. So and also we have the 20 grams of cornstarch and 20 grams of flour. Just goes in and mix. So when you prepare a pastry cream, you actually mix everything together just before you're going to add milk, hot milk. Chouquettes, the same dough for eclairs or Paris pressed. So you can actually make it even different desserts using this technique. That's it, little by little, hot milk, and mix well. So then we're going to warm it again. So mix well everything together. And return to a pan. And so turn on the range, turn on the heat about the medium, but be careful, we're going to heat it to 80-85 degrees Celsius, or I think about 165-170 degrees Fahrenheit. You can use the kitchen thermometer. You can, if you don't have, it's okay as well. But to make a precision, it's nice to have the scale and kitchen thermometer on your kitchen. So, because this is pastry cream, I have the cornstarch and they have a flour. It means the starch we need just to bring it to 85 degrees Celsius and cook it about 1 to 2 minutes at this temperature to activate the starch in the corn and in the flour. But because we included the eggs, we don't want to boil it too long, because for the eggs 85 degrees Celsius, it's like a top temperature. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream, Sunday live stream, and there's a chill, a nice live stream when I'm cooking the French desserts, Chouquettes with the fillings, the cream Diplomat with the different flavors. So now we're going to switch to whisk. And whisk well. If you feel the cream cooks too fast, just make a temperature lower. Gelatin is ready to use. We're going to add it just right after we remove the pastry cream from the heat. Let's check the temperature. At 76 Celsius, or yeah, it's about 75 Celsius or 170 Fahrenheit. We're not there. So if you feel it's cooked too fast, just remove from the heat and mix well. And then just make the heat low, and let's cook it about 1 to 2 minutes to activate the starch in the cornstarch and the flour. So now it's 80 degrees Celsius or 175 Fahrenheit. So we're in a good range of the temperature. Just to make sure that everything goes well. So 85 Celsius or 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Our cream is ready. Let's remove it from the heat. Mix again. We're going to add the gelatin. So the gelatin actually, they activate it in a hot liquid, but just make sure the temperature of the liquid not above 80-85 Celsius or 190 Fahrenheit, just because it's killed gelatin. So look at this beautiful pastry cream. So we're going to add the gelatin and we're going to add the butter. I have some notes. I think we're going to add a little bit more vanilla paste just to increase the flavor, because we add different flavors like orange and peanut butter, but one of them we're going to use only the vanilla, and vanilla very good pair with the orange and the peanut butter as well, so that's a good start. Then we're going to add the 40 grams of the cold butter. This is why I chilled in the fridge the butter. It makes our cream shiny and more creamy flavor profile, and also it will just a little bit low out cream temperature, just a little bit cool it down. This is what we actually need. This is beautiful cream. So let's divide it for the 3 parts. I'm using scale just to be more precise. I think we're going to divide about 200 grams for 3 parts, about 210 grams. So first we're going to add the peanut butter. So let's divide it at 200 grams. First one. So actually in the first one we're going to add the orange zest, no, orange peels. So I have the orange peels that I made before. It's very easy to make. You need actually about 20-25 grams of the orange peels. You actually can use the orange zest as well. I just love the using orange peel because it's give the deeper flavor of the orange, and it's very convenient. You can just keep it in the fridge for up to 1 month and use it in every desserts that require orange zest, orange flavor. So actually it's easy to make. Just take orange, just cut it in the 8 pieces, remove the center of the orange, place to a pan, cover with the cold water, bring to a boil, then pass through the sieve and repeat this process 3 times. It's called blanched process to remove the bitterness from the orange peels. And after 3 times, just add equal parts by grams, equal parts of water and sugar, and bring to very low simmering and simmer it about 2-2.5 hours until orange peels become translucent. So, and then cool down in the syrup and transfer to a jar and keep it in the fridge up to 1 month. So why we add our flavors in the pastry cream? Just because the pastry cream is hot and it's better to add flavors and activate the flavors in a hot pastry cream. So that's the first fillings. I just cut it in small cubes, or almost a paste. So that's the first flavor. Just spread evenly to cool down faster. I'm going to just let it sit in room temperature for about 10 minutes and going to place it in the fridge until our chouquettes will ready and cold. It will activate the gelatin in the pastry cream. Second one, we're going to add the peanut butter. So let's scale 200 grams. So we actually need, you can use any any nut paste. So, but let me find. So actually, I wanted to make the pistachio, but how I mentioned, the Amazon didn't deliver on time. So the better to use the creamy. I have a little bit crunch inside my peanut butter. It's about 25 grams. So mix everything well. And transfer to another baking tray. Spread evenly. So, and the last one, we don't need a scale anymore. Transfer to some flat surface just to cool down faster. So, and then we're going to cover it with a plastic wrap. So spread evenly. You see, 3 different flavors: vanilla, peanut butter, and orange. We're going to cover the plastic wrap in touch. To prevent the pastry cream drying on the top. So actually it's already cooled, and I actually will place it in the fridge right away. So guys, tell me in the comments, have you ever made the choux or chouquettes or eclairs or even Paris breast? So if yes, on which flavor your favorite? Pastry cream is ready. Let's put it in the fridge to cool down. And we're going to start making choux dough. So let me clean the whisk. Hey Tommy, hey everybody. Any questions, please let me know. And let me know if you are cooking with me right now. So, next step, we're going to prepare choux dough. So we need a clean whisk, and we need the spatula. So, it's a basic dough, but to make sure to make it correct. So, we're going to start with 100 grams of milk, 100 grams of water, 100 grams of butter, and 6 grams of sugar, 4 grams of salt. We're going to bring to a simmering. Here we have a 120 grams of flour. You can use all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour. Here we have our eggs that we're going to eat later. So I'm going to turn on the oven for 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. So guys, if you, by the way, if you love to watch cooking video, if you love to cook, so please subscribe to my channel. I have many videos how to make the desserts, how to make the French desserts, classic and modern desserts, how to make the savory dishes, some street food. So anyway, just subscribe, and we're going to make the live stream every week to make some nice desserts, probably not only desserts, some baking goods, some savory dishes. And in the live stream you actually can ask any questions when I'm live and answer any questions you have. So I think it's pretty good time in the Saturday or Sunday morning just to cook together. If you wanted to make something new, if you wanted to try something new, but just you don't know how it's turned out, just make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to announce our live stream a day or 2 days before with the ingredients you need for the live stream to cook what I'm cooking in the live stream, so you can prepare all ingredients and you can cook with me. So it's our milk with butter hot. We're going to just remove it from the heat, and we're going to add the flour at once and mix it. Then we're going to return it to the heat and just cook a little bit and just dry it. So mix everything together well. Make sure you don't have any dry spots. So the hot activate the starch in the corn. This is what we need, and this means the flour can absorb more moist, more liquid, more water, and it actually can hold more water inside of the flour. So this is why some baking goods like a Hokkaido or the Japanese milk bread or something like that, that's required to make the paste with the hot water and flour, and then use this paste in the dough because it can hold more water. So we mix well milk with butter and flour. It's milk well, but as you see, it's moist, it's very moist. So we're going to cook it a few minutes. Usually it takes about 2 minutes. Let's put it at about medium-low heat and dry a little bit. But make sure just to mix well all the time. So yeah, it's usually take about 2 to 3 minutes, and I'll show you. It's now going to create kind of like a patina on the bottom of the pan, some dry surface, just like a dry layer. And now you start to smelling the nutty flavor from the flour. It's a very good sign that everything goes correct and everything goes well. Just make sure you mix well all time. Just don't burn on this on the bottom of the pan. So look at this. Actually, you can see this is layer on the bottom. So that's a sign the dough is ready. You can remove from the heat and transfer to a mixer bowl. So we don't need the wrench. So use the paddle attachment. We need to cool down our dough for about a few minutes. So I'm going to just put it in the medium medium speed for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to cool down and bring the temperature of the dough about 400 degrees Celsius. Not 440 degrees Celsius. Just mix eggs to make sure it's liquid. We're going to add the eggs step by step in the 4 or 5 parts, and make sure that every part will absorb in the flour before to add another part. So we're not going to cook the eggs. This is why we need to cool down our dough for a few minutes. So guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Sorry for the noise. Let's check the temperature. It's about 45 Celsius or 150 Fahrenheit. Let's cool about for 1 minute, just a little bit more. So we're going to add 230 grams of eggs, about 4 or 5 steps, and make sure every part incorporated well before adding the another part. But we're going actually to check how many grams of the eggs the dough will absorb. It's not exact, it's probably could be 210 grams, 230, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. I think I'm going to add all eggs. So see the texture? It's like a whole, it's like a letter V, and it's hold the shape. So let's transfer it to the pastry bag and just pipe it in the baking sheet and bake it about 15-20 minutes. So you can use this, how I mentioned, you can use this technique, you can use this dough for the eclairs or Paris Brest desserts. For the Paris Brest, actually they use different cream. I actually use buttercream. So let's mix well with a spatula to make sure nothing stick in the bottom. Make sure that you don't have air bubbles. So choux dough is ready. Oops. So let's prepare the baking tray. I have two perforated the silicone mats. Also, I'm going So I'm going to use flour just to make a sign to pipe the dough. Probably I'm going to use about almost 2 inches. I'm going to make a little bit bigger, not the small one. The Chouquettes make in different size. Usually the Chouquettes, sorry about that. Usually the Chouquettes make it very small. It's sometimes it's make it teeny small, tiny to eat it without any fillings. Just only the dough and the sprinkle with the Swedish sugar. I have a Swedish sugar right here. But because we're going to make it with the fillings, it's almost the choux dessert, but the choux dessert even bigger, and usually they use crackling at the top. We don't going to use the crackling, only Swedish sugar. So but I'm going to make a little bit bigger just to have enough space for the fillings. Just to make sure you have a space between. Because it's going to rise not only on top but also on sides as well. Действительно. So let's sprinkle with the Swedish sugar. Just very generously. So it's ready to bake. We're going to bake it about, let me check, about 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius and or 360 Fahrenheit, and then we're going to low temperature for 160 Celsius or 320 Fahrenheit and bake another 10 minutes. So and then when we're going to prepare our Diplomat cream. So guys, if you have any questions, we have a time for the conversation. I can answer for any questions you have right now while we are waiting our chouquettes from the oven. So while I'm just a little bit cleaning up. Just so you can keep it the choux dough in the fridge for up to 2 days. So guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments while we're waiting our chouquettes from the oven. Welcome everybody. So we are making chouquettes, and we on the stage when our chouquettes in the oven. So it's gonna be baked about 20-25 minutes. Our pastry cream is ready, and just a little bit recap. We make the pastry cream, then we divide it in 3 parts. One part is gonna be vanilla, another part is gonna be with the peanut butter, and another one with orange peels. So we now going to whip the cream and combine with the pastry cream to make the cream diplomat. We're going to fill it with these different flavors. Our chouquettes actually. I make it a little bit bigger than the small chouquettes because I make it with the fillings. So I wanted to make it with the pistachio, one of the flavor, but I ordered the pistachio paste from the Amazon a few days ago, but it didn't arrive on time. It should be arrived yesterday, but it didn't. Probably today. So anyway, if you don't have a pistachio paste, you actually can use peanut butter. You can use the hazelnut paste or different fruit puree or fruit jams to make it different flavors. So our pastry cream in the fridge right now. It's cooling down to be prepared to make the cream diplomat. So just we're going to make sure that our pastry cream it's cooled down completely in the fridge, because when we're going to combine with the whipped cream, we're not going to the melt whipped cream. And actually we added the gelatin in the pastry cream. We're going to activate this gelatin in the fridge. It's take a little bit time, so it's usually if it's a thin layer, it's cooling down fast. It's take about 30 minutes, 1 hour. So but if you make it advanced, it's okay, you can just cool it down and in the fridge for the overnight. It's gonna be even better to combine all flavors together. So let me show you our pastry creams. That's a peanut butter. This is with the orange peels. Look at this, that's the orange peels. It's very cool. Cool, it means it's cooled down, and cool because it looks good. And the peanut butter. And also we have a vanilla. So let it return to the fridge for now. Let me bring the book to check the book, show you. Just I made a cup of tea for my wife and refresh my tea. So while we have a time, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, or if you watch it later, if you watch it later. So anyway, you can leave any comments and any questions you have. And also, if you love to cook and bake, please subscribe to my channel. So I have a few nice books. That one is from Cedric Grelier. So actually, Amazon delivered the pistachio paste right now, and we'll see if we can incorporate it. So I got a pistachio paste just right now. It's very entertaining. So the all mornings I say that one, I don't have the pistachio paste, and it's actually arrived. That's a pure pistachio paste. So because we added the peanut butter in the hot cream, and we'll see if I can incorporate the pistachio paste, and we have the vanilla flavor. So or we just leave it vanilla flavor, or we added the pistachio paste. I'll see it later. Smells incredible. So let me check expiration date. It's okay, it's okay. So if you going to use the pistachio butter in your recipes, make sure you have the pure pistachio paste or pistachio butter. You can make it at home if you have very good kitchen combiner or processor. So but you can buy it at Amazon, or if you're watching me not from the United States, from another country, probably you can find it in your grocery stores. In my area, it's a little bit complicated to find it in the grocery stores. It's usually peanut butter, almond butter, sometimes sunflower butter, sometimes cashew butter, but I never seen the pistachio butter or pistachio paste in the grocery store. So if you order it, make sure it's 100% pistachio. It's not like a 40% pistachio then sugar and oil, or 30% of pistachio then sugar or emulsifiers or something like that. No, you don't have to use it. You don't need any sugars in your recipe, because you already have. If you make it a pastry cream, you have any creams with the pistachio, or you have if you make it cake batter, loaf cake, and you make a cake batter for the loaf, you already have enough the sugar in your recipe, so you don't have any more sugar, and you just need the pure flavor. So make sure it's 100% the pistachio, the raw pistachio, no salt, no sugar, no any oils. That's the good product. So because it's very confused when you just look in it, and Amazon sometimes it said 100% something like that, but when you open the ingredients, you see the pistachio actually the 30%, and sugars and oil and blah blah blah. So that's they try to screw up you, and they try to just make the products cheaper for the manufacturer, because they add like a 50% of the sugar and sell it the same as the pure pistachio paste. So the sugar doesn't cost the same as a pistachio. So make sure 100% pistachio and nothing more in the ingredients. So I love the pistachio butter. I use it in the creams, I use it in the cakes, I use it in the modern desserts. So I'm going to make the pistachio loaf cake with the pistachio ganache montée and the pistachio praline. Make sure you just follow me and I'm going to make this video pretty soon, maybe in the next week. It's gonna be the French modern desserts, and you can use this recipe to make only pistachio loaf cake, or you can just learn how to make the ganache montée with the pistachio or any nut fillings, nut butter. So you can just learn different technique. Then I'm going to create the thin layers of the chocolate and cocoa butter, so and like a glazing with the chocolate glaze, like a rocher glaze but without any nuts. So you will learn different technique, and then we're going to make pistachio praline. You will learn how to make the praline with the different texture of the praline. So just make sure you just follow me, you don't miss this video. It's gonna be a very interesting and technique video, so you can learn many different things. Also, I have already some recipe in my account. You can see like a French tarts. If you like to make the modern French desserts, you can learn different technique, how to make the Diplomat Cream, how to make the raspberry gel, how to make shortbread dough, how to make the almond cream and bake almond cream. So also I have some videos how to make the very good and moist, easy and very flavorful almond loaf cakes. So it's no mess, very easy and straightforward recipe. So also you can check how to make the Italian pasta, how to make the very flavorful deep bread flavor, just yeast bread without any sourdough and any equipment, special equipment to make a bread. So you don't have the sourdough starter, so you can use the yeast and you can make the flavorful bread just overnight. It's easy recipe, easy to make, but very delicious. When I need the bread in the next morning, I don't want to buy the store bread. I just make it in the night before. Very easy, very straightforward, no mess. So make sure you check the recipe in my channel. Also, I have recently I uploaded new videos how to make focaccia. So it's very easy but very delicious. You can use different topics, different flavors. So just no sourdough, only yeast, but very flavorful. So you can learn how to bring the flavor in your bread easy without any doubt. So what else I have? So I have some recipe with the street food. If you love street food, if you wanted to make something on your lunch, something new, something different, so make sure you check the recipe about street food. I'm going to make the recipe how to make the Greek street food probably in the next week. So maybe pretty soon, so make sure I have some list of the recipes, some list of the videos I'm going to make very soon. Also, I'm going to make the paella, the classic paella de marisca. So that's a paella with the seafood. So I love paella. So every country and every nation have their own recipe, own dish with the rice. So it's different. But in the Spain, definitely this is paella dish. Very famous, well-known Spanish dish around the world. So make sure just you follow me and subscribe to the channel. Our Chouquettes, it's baked about 20 minutes. I'm going to lower the temperature and bake it another 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not going to burn it, but make sure it's will create this structure, this strong structure that's not falling down. Sometimes it happens. We'll see. So I cooled down the oven to 160 Celsius or 320 Fahrenheit, and just set the timer for another 10 minutes. So I have a few decent books. I love these books. Actually, all the books I have, it's about the pastries and desserts. I'm not making only desserts, so I work in the chef in the restaurant before in different countries, in different stations. So I'm actually I started as a chef in the kitchen, and I work in the hot station, I work in the pasta station, I work in the cold station to make the salads. So basically this is my skills, but then I just like turn into desserts. I haven't worked in the bakeries, but I just fall in love and use the techniques and skills I learn in the professional kitchen, and the cooking is my passion actually. So and I just love to make desserts. This is you will see the many desserts in my channel. It's not only desserts. I wanted to make the different recipes what I love to cook in my home, but the desserts, it's gonna be like a 50% of the videos. So all the nice books, it's gifted me from my wife. So hi. She's here. So it's a opera by Cedric Drolet. We'll see what we have about the we have eclairs. That's the recipes that's use choux dough. These beautiful eclairs, that's chocolate filling. So he use choux paste or choux dough, the pastry cream, and the chocolate pastry cream, and cocoa praline, and fondant icing. And another eclairs, the different fillings. So yeah, that's oh, this one, it's similar like eclairs. The same choux dough, but the Choux Pastry cream. Actually, this is pastry cream with the kirsch liquor. But the base recipe of the pastry cream, just ate it. How I ate it. The orange peels and peanut butter, the same thing. You can add different flavors like a kirsch. You can actually add any liquor, like a cocoa liquor, or you can add some coconut liquor or coffee liquor. So the many different things is, so the pastry cream you can make with the different flavors. Just if you infuse the flavor in the milk, you can add just a little bit of coffee beans, bring to simmering, cover, leave it for 10-20 minutes, just to milk infuse the flavor from the coffee beans. Just pass through the sieve, add a little bit more milk, because the coffee beans usually a little bit dry out the milk or cream if you make the ganache, and you will get pretty good, very flavorful coffee pastry cream. You can use Earl Grey tea, you can use you can use many different flavors, so, or even the zest. So they have many different recipes, many different nice recipes. Some of them, oh, and this one, what we are making today. I'm not using this particular recipe, but the recipe pretty similar. Chouquettes. This is vanilla chouquettes. So choux paste, pastry cream, and turn into cream Diplomat. So I have another beautiful book. It's from Candied. It's pastry school from the French pastry school. Probably they like it in the Paris. This book, it's kind of like a school book. They have a many classic recipes, like a base if you're just starting to learn how to make desserts. Probably this book for you, because it's cover all basic, how to make cream, how to make a different dough, how to make a sponge, how to make a meringue, different meringue, how to make the different types of the dough, yeast dough, shortbread dough, choux dough, and how to make croissant dough, and how to make the classic pastry cream, how to make the cream Diplomat. So that's book very huge and cover every basics. So let me check. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. I'm going to create nice crust and golden brown. So probably it will take about a few more minutes. Then we're going to cool it down on the rack. So do they have exact the Chouquettes recipe? I don't know. Should be. Should be. Choux Pastry. Yeah. Yeah, they make a Chouquettes. This is they make it classic small one Chouquettes. Look at this. So if you learn how to make the good desserts, how to bake, how to make good pastries, so just buy very good book or follow me and make sure you subscribe. So usually I love to share my skills with people, so what I learn, and I usually share any techniques I learn just to make sure that everybody can make the good desserts. Let me check. When you bake the choux pastry in the oven, eclairs or Paris breast or chouquettes or bigger one like for the choux desserts, make sure you just keep your oven door closed almost all the time when you bake, because you don't want it to collapse it. So, and better if you have the light in the oven and just to check if it's ready or not, but make sure just you open almost when it's ready. So just keep your door closed all the time. So guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I will share what I know. So we are live already 1 hour and 40 minutes. I have a few more books, I'll show you later, in probably in the next live stream. So it's books, it's very good just to learn some techniques. So it's almost ready, almost done. It's almost done. And we're going to cool it down while we're preparing the cream diplomat. To make a cream diplomat, actually we need just to whisk our heavy cream. And combine it with the pastry cream. Beautiful chouquettes are ready. Ooh, it's broken a little bit. That look at the inside. See the inside? Oh, sorry. Look at this inside. It's completely empty. This is what actually we need to fill our cream. So we actually need to make a holes from in our chouquettes right now, just to make sure it will cool down the inside, just to remove the steam from the inside. We don't need this steam because we don't want to make sure we don't want to make it moist, and want to make sure that it's dry, or it can collapse. Wow. You will not see probably, but it's completely empty the inside. So it's very good because we don't need we need actually structure for the chouquettes. We need the sides, but we don't need the actual the dough, the inside. It's very good sign that you make that nice dough, because if you it's a little bit collapsed, just I'll show you why, tell you why. Because if you make it's very if you make wet dough, if you didn't dry good, the dough in the pan. Look at this beautiful. I don't know why it's stick, but anyway. So if you didn't dry good the choux dough, when you cook it in the pan, it will more moist, and or if you add a little bit more eggs than you have to add, it will make very soft and wet dough. It means it will collapse or pretty easy. So this is what you don't need. So you make sure that you dry the dough and you make it good right texture for the dough. So if you watch it sorry, if you watch this video after I finished the live stream, so you can see the exact texture you have to have when you make the choux dough. It have to keep the shape. When you just take the dough with a spatula, you will see the V shapes, and you see the structure, the texture of the dough. It's not too liquid, it's not too dry. So this is what you need to make the perfect chouquettes. Look at this beautiful bottom. So you can make actually small chouquettes without any fillings. You can use this technique to make the choux desserts, but for choux desserts actually you can make the ganache montée. You can check the another video how to make ganache montée. Probably I'm going to post pretty soon when I'm going to make another recipe with the ganache montée. So I make the small hole just to make sure that still will comes out from the chouquettes. It will not make wet our chouquettes. And we're going to cool it down a little bit. So when you make chouquettes, make sure you have enough space between, just to not too close, that it not combine all the together. The same time, when you have enough space, it means the airflow will comes around the choux. Let me show you. You'll see that's kind of like an even color on the sides, not only on the top or bottom, but on the sides as well. It means the airflow comes around. If you have the fan in the oven, it's even better. If you have convection oven, I don't have. I have just a basic oven, like everybody have, but without fan. So this is to make sure you have enough space, because if you don't have how I make that one, see that the two chouquettes was close to each other, and its airflow not going well between. You see, it didn't bake well in these sides. It's good here, but this was a little bit wide, a little bit wider. It means it didn't cook well, and it's collapsed just right after we removed from the oven. It's collapsed just like a 1 minute after. See, so I show you everything what's going on. I don't want to just hide something if something goes wrong. And it's because this is a lesson we can learn how to if something goes wrong. So that's a problem, because it's didn't baked enough, but that's a bake everything well, but because we don't have enough space. So make sure you have enough space between each chouquette, and make sure you cook it enough time. So sometimes it takes about 30 minutes. It depends on the size. Sometimes if it's smaller, it could take about maybe 25 minutes. If it's bigger, 30 or even 35 minutes. So make sure you remove it from the oven when it's completely dry and golden crust and golden brown color, or it will collapse. Look at this, beautiful. So, and you can use silicone mat, but better if you use parchment paper or perforated mat, because you kind of need a little bit airflow from the bottom. So that's in the commercial bakeries, they actually use perforated sheets, but they also use the perforated baking tray. That one it's basic one, but this is why I put it two perforated silicone mats. See, you see the holes inside. So the chouquettes going to cool it down while we are preparing the cream diplomat. So thank you guys. Now we are making chouquettes with the different fillings. So that's the dough, the chouquettes. It's pretty thin layer, so it's gonna be it's going to cool down quick, maybe 10 minutes. So the one it's sticked to silicone mat, but that's pretty good. The hole just to see what's going inside. You see the nothing inside. It's no dough in the middle. It's just a structure. So you make sure when you're making the chouquettes, don't open the oven the first 25 minutes if it's take 30-35 minutes. So make sure you don't open the door of the oven almost all the time. So you don't have the lights, definitely you need to open the oven to check if it's ready or not, but make sure you just cooked before open the door or it will collapse. Smells amazing. Amazing. So we need 3 different flavors: vanilla pastry cream, peanut butter, and orange peels. So I'm not going to add the pistachio butter, but when I'm starting to make this recipe, the pistachio butter didn't arrive, and just if you see the video, it's arrived just while I'm streaming already, well, when I already cooked and make the pastry cream. But if you watch it from the start, instead of using peanut butter, just use the same amount of pistachio paste or any nut paste and nut butter. So even hazelnut, pecan, any others with a strong flavor. So we're going to whipped heavy cream to make a cream diplomat. So you can use the mixer, but it's small amount. It's 240 grams. So we have about 60 grams of the pastry cream. For the cream diplomat, you can use the very small amount of the whipped cream, but the classic, it's about the 50% weight of the pastry cream. So it means if you have 60 grams, 600 grams of the pastry cream, you need 300 grams of whipped cream. We have a 240 grams. It's pretty close. You can use less if you want them more, if you want it to more creamy, if you wanted to make it more fluffy and more light cream, you actually can increase it to the ratio 1:1, the same amount of the pastry cream and same amount of the heavy cream. So, but the classic ratio is 1 part of the pastry cream and half part of the whipped cream, heavy cream, whipped heavy cream. So we're going to beat it to the soft peaks. Actually don't have to add any flavor or sugar or something like that, because we already have the very sweet pastry cream. So guys, let me know if you ever make chouquettes, choux, eclairs, or Paris breast. If yes, if you have any problems or any issues when you make it, let me know which one, and also let me know if you fix it, if you rid of it, or if you still have a struggle to make this dessert. So I mentioned you can use the mixer, but we have a small amount. It's easy just to whip by hand. So we whipped this soft peaks. We don't going to over whip because it will very complicated to incorporate it. I need it to the pastry cream. So let's start with the vanilla. You see, the pastry cream it's cooled down. It's like a jelly. It's a good sign. So we actually added a gelatin to the pastry cream to make sure it's stable enough. Just let it mix a little bit to make it more pliable and more smooth. If you have big amount, definitely use the mixer. So we're going to add like a third part of the whipped cream, trying to divide it equal amount. So you have a big amount of the pastry cream and you need to make bigger amount of the cream diplomat. So make sure you add the whipped cream in a few steps, at least 2 steps, just to make sure everything incorporated well. And just to fold the whipped cream to pastry cream. Look at this beautiful vanilla cream diplomat. Yummy. Yummy. Let me check. It's gonna be enough. Oops. a little bit small. So we're going to prepare the cream diplomat with peanut butter and orange peels as well. So this is what we're going to use to pipe our chouquettes. So second one, orange peels. Okay, let's make more smooth. So looks good. Let's add another third of whipped heavy cream. Let it fold. Whipped cream, Choux Pastry cream. I love the color. It's like a yellow, little bit orange color because of the pastry cream. So already have the orange color, but also we added the orange peels. You can use orange zest if you don't have the orange peels. It's okay. Just make sure you add the orange peels when the pastry cream is warm. It's hot to make sure the flavor will incorporate it to the pastry cream, and it's gonna be even better. So and this is orange peels, make this color even yellowish and orange. Look at this, beautiful. So orange cream diplomat is ready. Let's set aside. And last one. Very good. Very, very delicious. And the last one, it's peanut butter. Diplomat Cream. So our chouquettes are cooling down. And it's gonna be ready while we finish our cream diplomats. So peanut butter, pastry cream. Okay, let's make it more smooth. So peanut butter, we added about 25 grams for 200 grams of pastry creams, about 10% the ratio, but the peanut butter have more fat, and as you see, it's more smooth. But flavor is amazing, and peanut butter, it's very easy to buy in any grocery store. So let's fold the whipped cream in a few steps. You can make your own flavor, just to add some different flavor to the pastry cream and create your own recipe. So just use the same amount of ingredients for the classic pastry cream, and then add your own flavor. Make your own flavor, make your own recipe. So that's almost ready, and we're going to fill our chouquettes over there with our creams. Look at this, beautiful. It's a little brown, very light brown color. Strong nut flavor, nutty flavor. Very good. So looks good and smells good as well. Ooh, yummy! Yummy, yummy, yummy. Make sure I don't have the big air bubbles. So Chouquettes. Let's pipe it. Let's actually fill it with the cream. Ooh, yeah, yummy. Oops, oops. A little bit collapse. This is why you have to use the big enough pastry bags. So let's make a 3 Chouquettes with the vanilla, cream Diplomat. Actually, 4, probably 4. Ooh, yeah. Yummy. So, vanilla. Oops. So the next one, let's make with the orange. Four with the orange filling. Oops. So don't be like me. You always use big enough pastry bags or put less the cream in the pastry bag. That's what I always do. I usually use smaller bag or put way too more cream or anything. So what I do, so usually that's the things you have to do. Be smarter than me. Second one. Just fill all the way. or use bigger nozzle for the pastry bag. Okay, let's switch. Let me see what I have here. So, and peanut butter. That's much easier. So take a big nozzle. Next. Oh, yummy. So way easier if you use bigger nozzle and less cream. Okay. That one, it's pretty whole, just we can eat it by itself without any fillings. So guys, we are almost ready. Almost done, almost done. Let's sprinkle with the powdered sugar. Boom, guys, beautiful chouquettes are ready. Looks nice, looks yummy. Ooh, wow, 3 different flavors. Let me take a picture and I'll show you how does it look at the inside. It's not enough light actually. It can be a beautiful picture for preview. So guys, stick around, we're going to taste it. Okay. So let's clean a little bit. So just used that to be clean in the kitchen. So guys, look at this beautiful. Look at this beautiful Chouquettes with the 3 different flavors of the cream diplomat. Just look at this. Beautiful. This is without any fillings. Let's show you. Doesn't look on the inside. Look at this beautiful. Look at these beautiful empty Chouquettes. That's exactly what we actually wanted to make. You can eat it without any cream. But in this case you have to make it smaller, because it doesn't make any sense to make it big one. You can use this smaller size, like I think it's going to be about 1 centimeter or half of inch diameter to make this smaller one, just to eat it without any fillings. The little bit moist inside, and it's crunchy outside. And thanks for the Swedish pearl sugar, let's make it even more crunchy, and it's looked pretty nice. Let's make it look pretty nice. So vanilla, we can okay, we can cut it, or we can just broken it. Look at this beautiful. Wow. See? It's sweet. It's very sweet, but I'm not sure it's over sweetening it, but so delicious. Yummy. Classics Chouquettes, very good. This is what you expect to have. Vanilla, flavorful, very flavorful vanilla cream diplomat, light and creamy, with a crunchy and nice choux pastry. Second one, the orange peels. Okay, anyway, let's take this one. this, how many, enough cream inside. Very flavorful. It's very flavor orange, deep strong orange profile. It's not like a too strong, but strong enough just to feel that's the orange. So actually, if you make the orange one on the top, you can sprinkle with the orange zest as well. Not only the baking powdered sugar, but also a little bit, just a touch of orange zest on top, just to make sure, just to show that that's orange. Or even better, you can actually make the orange peels, but just dry. And just take off orange peels, just orange part from the oranges. You can dry in the room temperature or dry in the oven in very low temperature, and then when it's completely dried, just use the coffee grinder to make it powder and sprinkle this powder on top. It's gonna be even better. The last one, but not least, that one, with the peanut butter Diplomat Cream. It's beautiful Diplomat Cream. Look at this beautiful cream. Let me tell you, so I'm not a big fan about the peanut butter just to eat it itself, but I love the peanut butter cookies. I have the recipe in a live stream, you can check it out in my channel. But from all of these three, if I have to choose, I have to pick up just one flavor, I probably would choose the peanut butter, because it's not a too strong flavor like just pure peanut butter, but it's very flavorful. It's kind of like a delicate peanut butter flavor. It's very delicate because the cream, it's light and delicate. It's not the only pastry cream, but that's a cream Diplomat included the whipped cream, so it's make it more light and more delicate and more, so how to say, it's more better in terms of, so it's like a higher level of the creamiest texture. And in this case, peanut butter just complement this Diplomat Cream and make it even better, just to make it more nicer and in terms of like a delicate flavor. And it's not rich, it means it's not too strong, and it's not hit you in the peanut butter flavor, and it's not fat or heavier. No, just because we added it just little amount of the peanut butter, it was 10% of the pastry cream, but also we added the whipped cream. It means we have about 200 grams of the pastry cream, and also we added about 80 grams of the whipped cream. It's 280 grams total for the cream Diplomat, and for this amount we added about 20 grams of the peanut butter. It's enough, in my opinion. It's enough to make it enough to feel the peanut butter flavor, but it's not to overpower, like if you just feel just a very fat and greasy and heavy peanut butter. No, it's make it the peanut butter more soft, and then soft, it's lighter. So I probably I would choose that one if I have to choose one of this. This is why I love to use the peanut butter in the dessert recipes. I don't big fan just to spread it on the bread and just eat it, because it's too heavy, it's too strong. But I love the flavor of the peanut butter. In this case, It's worked perfectly. The peanut butter. I wanted to make it with the pistachio. So, but the pistachio didn't arrive at the all time. So, but I just got it while I on the stream already. But when already made the pastry cream and it was in the fridge, I didn't want to incorporate it in the pistachio paste into a cold pastry cream, just because if you wanted to add any nut cream, nut butter, nutty butter, peanut butter, hazelnut butter, pistachio butter into a pastry cream, you have to make it when the pastry cream is still hot, because it's better incorporated. You will just not getting lumps in the pastry cream, and it will just more incorporating the flavor, just because the heavy cream is hot, heavy pastry cream is hot, and it's distributed flavor more better and evenly. So this is why I didn't want to add already the pistachio passed into cold pastry cream. This I used the peanut butter because in the United States probably everybody have the the peanut butter in the shelf, just because it's very convenient and it's very cheap. So and I didn't regret. So I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm pretty happy, and from all of these three, this is probably my flavor favorite flavor. That's an interesting term, right? So if you make something, if you cook something, you don't have some ingredient, you can go around, check what you have, just make a little bit different, create your own way, create your own recipe, and who knows, maybe that recipe gonna be even better than you wanted to follow. So just a little bit light, maybe we need to add more cream here. So that's the beauty of the cooking. You can make your own recipe, and who knows, maybe your own recipe will pop up and everybody will know about it, and it's become a famous. Probably 99% of the recipes we make it today, somebody make like that, just created something new and it's just pop up and become famous. Or maybe people don't have something in the kitchen and just create what they have, some dish with ingredients they have, and it became famous, or traditional recipes that we all love today. That's the beauty of the cooking. So guys, let me know in the comments which one. I understand you didn't try yet, but which one you would choose if you have to choose just one flavor of these three: vanilla, classic vanilla cream diplomat, orange flavor cream diplomat, and peanut butter. Let me know which one you would choose. So I have plenty of creams, and I have also plenty of choux dough. I can make it one more tray. So guys, look at this beautiful. Look at this nice and beautiful Chouquettes. So actually we can check the size and weight just to make sure. I just love to be precise. Sometimes it's usually about the desserts. It's about 6.5 centimeters or 2.5 inches. So we use about almost 2 inches the diameter when you pipped the dough to the baking sheet. So from 2 inches it's raised for 2.5. From 5 centimeters, it's raised for 6.5 centimeters. And the average size 55 grams, 50 grams. That's a smaller one. It's not enough cream probably. It's just a 30 grams, but peanut butter gonna be heavier. Yeah, it's average about 50 grams or 1.75 of the ounce. Yeah, I think so, because 1 ounce it's about 28 grams. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me this live stream. It was nice to cook this dessert today. I expected it would take about 1.5 hours, but it's take almost 3 hours. You never know. You never know how long time it's gonna be take. So, but make sure you have enough time to make it. Let me know in the comments which one you love more, and if you're going to cook, I just highly recommend you to try this recipe. You can just pick one cream. You don't have to make it all the three creams. Just pick one, which one you like it, and make the chouquettes with one of these cream, and let me know in the comments how it's turned out. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe now. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching.